Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's video is going to be, you always pay attention to what a woman does, not necessarily what she says. It's really important. If you're dating somebody, or you're trying to date someone, or you're in a relationship with someone, and they start doing things where they'll say one thing and they do another, or they don't do what they say they're going to do, those things are signs of lowering interest, because when a woman really likes you and really wants to be with you, she's going to make the effort. When her interest level starts to drop, she's going to want to see you less. She won't try as hard to keep a conversation going. She won't be so eager and enthusiastic to set a date with you. If you guys have made all these plans about moving in and you're all excited about it and you're telling all your friends and then she's not telling anybody, maybe she's just being overly cautious, or it may be that she doesn't feel exactly comfortable in you. So you have to look at those things and you have to find those things out about what she says. If you're noticing that her deeds or her actions are not congruent with what she's saying, then you need to pay attention to that. So I got an email here recently from a guy who's in a long-distance relationship, and they're talking about moving together, and he's telling everybody about his friends and family that they're doing this, and yet she's not telling anybody, and that's something that you should really pay attention to. So I'm going to read his email to you. He says, "Hi, I'm currently in a long-distance relationship, and we have decided to move to Kansas City together in May of 2012. We're both excited, and I'm on the verge of getting a job up there. She wants to wait until May, as she is in San Diego, and doesn't want to endure another Midwest winter just yet." I've been in the Midwest, and I wouldn't want to endure any of those winters unless I'm on a ski vacation. He says, "I can't blame her. We've told all of our friends, and all her friends and family in KC are excited. However, this morning we were talking, and she told me one of her San Diego friends asked who was moving where, and informed her that she'd be sad if she left. I asked her what she told her friend, and she said she is not going to tell her because it isn't the right time. This kind of upset me. If we've told all of our friends, why can't she tell her San Diego friend? She said it's a long way away, so she isn't going to say anything for a while. I'm just worried she's going to back out on the move. Any advice?" That's interesting. So there's basically two possibilities here. Either A, she's really close to this girlfriend of hers and she doesn't want to tell her. But it's kind of weird that she's supposedly, I assume that she's told everybody else, or maybe you're just assuming she's told everybody else. Those are the things that you got to look at. Maybe it's a girlfriend of hers that she's known her whole life, and she just doesn't want to deal with the drama, or maybe she knows her friend's going to give her a guilt trip. Those are things that we don't know. And so, like I talk about, is that you have to find out, since you're in a relationship with this woman, and now you're starting to wonder, is there a reason, could she maybe potentially possibly be backing out of this? And so the key with any relationship is you look at what the other person's doing. Are they is she still coming to see you, and are you still going to see her as much as you were in the beginning? There's lots of things that you need to consider. One, I would definitely suggest that you book a coaching session with me ASAP, just so we can go over everything to make sure that you're not thinking that your relationship is here and her interest level is here when it's actually down here. And if that's the case, then obviously I can help you take some corrective action so you can get her interest level up to where you believe it needs to be. One of the things one of my coaches taught me early on is you always want to underrate a woman's level of interest in you. So in other words, if you think she's 80% interest level, assume it's 75 or 70. It's always better to underrate it and assume she likes you less than you think she does, because 9 times out of 10, especially when you're really into the woman, we tend to project our high level of interest and our feelings onto the other person. And so, like I said, what I would do is just say, hey, it's kind of weird. So you told everybody else, but this one girl. It's like, why is that? Why, how come? It's like, because it makes me wonder if that's the case. If she's told everybody else but this friend, it's like you got to get her to explain it. And if she tells you that it's simply because she doesn't want any drama, or she doesn't want to hurt her friend's feelings or whatever, that's one thing. But if it's not just her, it's several of her friends that she hasn't told this to, then you may have a problem. It's a good feeling that when you're starting to doubt that she may back out. And that tells me that you're not really certain of where you stand with her. And if you're not really certain of where you stand with her, that tells me that you probably don't know the interest level table that's in my book. And you don't know the material very well in the book. So I would encourage you to go back and read and then reread my book. You want to get to know the information in there so well, you could literally give a seminar on it. And that way, you can just look at the interest level table and tell what she's doing and what she's saying, and that'll tell you exactly what her real true feelings and interest level are towards you. Maybe you're doing something on the phone and you're communicating a lot of weakness to her, and it's causing her to feel doubts and be unsure of herself. Like I said, a coaching session is the best way to get through with that. But like I said, look at what a woman does, not what she says. That's the most important thing. Because women, they're going to look at what you do and not necessarily what you say as well. And it's very smart to be doing the same thing. So if you find these messages of value, and anytime I offer you or I teach you something or share something with you that you really think is powerful or really helps you or changes the way you look at things, there's on the Wibiya toolbar at the bottom of your screen, if you're on my website, just click the PayPal donate button and throw me $1 or $5 or $20 anytime I share something with you that you feel gives you significant value. At the very least, hit the Facebook send or share button or Twitter and share this particular page with any of your friends and family that you think may appreciate, obviously, the value that I offer here. And if you got a question that you'd like me to answer in one of these future email video newsletters, then what you can do is go and you can put the comment right at the bottom of the screen, the Facebook comments, or there's an email address right in the bottom of this article, and you can send me an email. And I'll talk to you soon.